Inceptors are the swiftest of the Primaris Marines. Clad in Mark 10 Gravis armour and heavy jump packs, they descend upon their foes from near orbit. Servo-equipped jump boots allow them to survive their meteoric descent and the bone-shattering impact of landing. At which point the Inceptors wreak havoc with their formidable assault bolters or the more esoteric plasma exterminators. These Primaris drop troops are the perfect troop for securing beachheads or silencing the crews of flak batteries, clearing the way for the main Space Marine landing force. Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesday Tactics, where we discuss tactics on a Tuesday. Today we'll be looking at the Inceptors, the fast attack choice for the Primaris Marines. Inceptors have an interesting stat line, featuring a fast, for Primaris anyway, movement of 10, as well as a toughness of 5 due to the Gravis armour. Then the standard assortment of Primaris stats, which is a strength of 4, 2 wounds and 2 attacks, increasing by 1 for sergeants. They come in a basic squad of 3 and can be taken in squads of up to 6. Inceptors are a handful of special rules, 2 of which are universal. The first being "and they shall know no fear," which is the standard for Space Marines, allowing them to reroll failed moral tests. And the second is the combat squad special rule, allowing a squad of 6 to be split into 2 squads of 3. Allowing you to split them around much easier. They also have 2 special unique rules. The first being Meteoric Descent, which is their deep strike rule, which allows them to be, after any movement phase, to be set up anywhere on the board, so long as it is more than 9 inches away from an enemy model, as long as they don't set up at the start of the game, that is. And it can only be done once, so obviously you can't drop them down, have them shoot something, then drop them somewhere else. The second rule they have is Crushing Charge, which is when you successfully charge, you roll a d6 for every model in a unit that is within an inch of an enemy model. On a roll of 6, the enemy suffers a mortal wound. It's important to clarify the fact that it's every model within an inch of an enemy model, to the fact of if you're running larger squads or if you're attacking a smaller unit, you might not be able to get the back couple of models within an inch. So for example, you have 6 Inceptors and they roll, say, a 7-inch charge against something that's 7 inches away. With a certain layout, the back, say 2, wouldn't be able to get into combat, so you would only roll 4 dice for this rather than 6. This rule can be helpful to inflict a handful of extra wounds on a unit that they charge, but it shouldn't be relied upon, and instead you should see it as a bonus rather than a key feature of the unit. The meat of this unit, however, is the weapon options. Each Inceptor can be armed with 2 assault bolters or 2 plasma exterminators, but the entire squad must be armed the same way, and you can't mix or match the weapons. You can't take 1 plasma exterminator and 1 assault bolter per guy, as that would be amazing and also completely broken. The first weapon, the assault bolters, is cheaper of the 2 options, costing 180 for the minimum sized unit. The assault bolter is essentially an 18-inch ranged heavy bolter, having a strength of 5, an AP of -1, and inflicting 1 damage per wound. This is your anti-infantry option, obviously, as each model will be putting out 6 of these shots, easily outdoing the shots and damage of a tactical or intercessor squad at equivalent ranges. Hell, with a full 6-man unit, you'd be outdamage them even in rapid-fire range. However, conversely, for every model lost, you lose a full 6 shots, so they start to feel the hurt very quickly when models start to die. The second option is to take Plasma Exterminators, and that increases the point cost to 258 for the free model minimum. That's an almost 80 point increase. Similar to how the Assault Bolter is a short-ranged heavy bolter, the Plasma Exterminator is an 18-inch range plasma cannon, featuring D3 shots per weapon, a strength of 7, AP of -3 and damage of 1, as well as the option to overcharge, increasing the strength and damage by 1, but conversely for the chance to flat out die on a hit roll of 1. This is your option for light to medium vehicles and walkers, or for putting heavy hurt on the marine equivalent or heavy infantry units of your opponent. Whilst you can potentially get the same amount of shots as the Assault Bolters, you'll be averaging out at roughly 4 shots per model, which is by no means bad, because it does also outrange, say, a Hellblaster squad at equivalent ranges. However, I would also steer clear from overcharging with this unit due to the fact of just how expensive each model is and the 2 wounds you lose instantly if they overcharge. Unless, of course, you need something specifically killed that turn dead, because with even with a minimum unit, 63 strength 8 shots at 2 damage will do a lot of hurt. When it comes to using this unit, it is important to remember that this is a close support fire unit and not a dedicated assault unit. Their crushing charge rule can fool a lot of newer players or people who are new to Space Marines into thinking that they are best served charging them a unit. But that isn't essentially true. Whilst they can hold their own in close combat, they are essentially just toughness 5 intercessors with less models on top of that. With a minimum squad, if all of them survive and get into close combat, you're still looking at only 7 attacks, which is by no means bad, but it's nowhere near as good as the 18 strength 5 AP -1 shots, especially with no close combat upgrades for sergeants. But this unit obviously excels in the shooting phase. Fortunately, they have the fly keyword, which allows them to leave undesirable close combats in your movement phase and still shoot with no penalty. This unit is a perfect harassment unit with powerful weapon choices and the ability to set up on the wall anywhere on the board. It allows you to pick their targets and engagements, and with a movement of 10, they can relocate pretty quickly too. If things go really, really badly, toughness 5 allows them to be pretty survivable and shrug off quite a bit of small arms fire. Or say if you're assaulting a tactical or guardsman squad, you'll be able to absorb a lot of their close combat hits before you jump away and shoot them. With movement 10 and being able to advance, as well as all their weapons being assault, you can move considerably further than your 10-inch movement would allow and still be hitting on 4s, and with the volume of shots available to you, that's still a good amount of hits you'd be getting. Inceptors work very well with dedicated close combat fast choices, such as the Assault Squad, where they can deal with the armour and harass units while the Assault Squad move in for the kill. I can see a force being made up of fast options such as a jumper pack equipped captain, assault squads and Inceptors being a fun yet powerful force to play. So that has been another edition of Tuesday Tactics. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe to be notified of more content. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.